Hello everyone, this is Vintage Shabby Goodness and my name is Patty. I am here to do the Craft With Me folio. It's something I promised a couple of weeks ago that I would, give it my best shot. I had quite a few requests to do a craft along with me. And so this is the folio that I did on the last video. And I thought we would try and make this. So again, this is my first time, so just bear with me on this. It might take a little bit for me to get started or to even finish it. So this is using Oohlala Vintage Treasures kits. There's going to be more than one. There's probably going to be like maybe 3 or 4 different kits. They all interchange, and that's what I love about Oohlala's Vintage Treasures kits. So we will move right along. If you need to get you some supplies, just click the button and pause me, and you can run and get whatever papers you want to use. Feel free to use just whatever you want. You don't have to use exactly what I use, of course, but we're just going to play together and hope for the best, right? Alrighty then. Kind of get things situated here. I don't know if you need a refresher on this folio or not. Remember, we opened it up and it had the 2 pretty angels here. We had pockets, tucks, some bling, tags, all here in the middle. And then you can flip it over and do this office closure. Open that up, and you have a flip down, a flip out, a flip out. Got a paper clip holding this top one here. It's going to flip out and flip out, and these all have, stuff in the pockets. It's just whatever you want to, tags, that clutch, a booklet. We'll just see what we come up with. I know everything's not going to be exactly like this, but hopefully it'll be similar. See, here's a little booklet that we had in the other one, and then a CD case. It's like my deal's coming loose here. Just clip that down till it grabs. There we go. And then we had the waterfall. Remember, this slid down here. Well, actually, we had to unwind it. Slide it down here, set it to the side, and we have all these waterfall effect so that you can ride on the back. So there it is in a nutshell. Now we'll get into the crafting. I'm sure we're not going to be able to complete it all today. It took me a couple of days, 2 or 3 days to do the other one. Of course, I didn't know where I was going with it or anything, so I'm sure we'll have to keep looking back. So I'll set it off here to the side. Okay, first off, I used this Amazon sack, bag, envelope. I guess an envelope is what it is. And let's see. And it doesn't have to be the same size as this, but I thought I'd measure it so you get an idea. And it looks like it's 15 3/4. That's with the flap glued shut, by 10 3/4. So let's see, we're going to take it and we're just going to fold it in half on either side. If it overlaps, that's great. It doesn't have to overlap. Alrighty, and then for the glue, I'm going to be using, when I'm using paper on paper, I like to use art glitter glue. And then I also have the 3-in-1 Fabric-Tac glue. So, and I also have the Faithful hot glue. But it is hot, it burns. So let's see, what are we gonna, I know that wanted to do, oh, well, see, right there is I wasn't thinking, but that's kind of what I wanted to do in the middle, but it's going the wrong direction. So I am going to do this pretty one. That beautiful. That is pretty. And I do believe this is the Divine Moments. Let's see. Looks like we're going to need to trim it just a little bit. Needs to be about a 7.5, and it's at 8, so I need to take about a 1/4 off each side. Oh, I hope I keep this in frame. I'm sorry, I'm not used to, you know, doing my crafting in front of anybody. I'm all over the place. And I like to use my tear ruler, or you can tear it with just a straight edge ruler. You know, however you want to do it. It's just fine. Or you can just tear it if you're a good tearer. Like that. Oops. There we go. This is more like the right way here. So this is going to go in there. Well, it looks like it didn't. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit more off. It's kind of snug in there. Oops. Didn't have such good luck on that one, which it'll be fine. It's going to get covered up. So, all right. See, then I like to. Hope I didn't get my head in there. I like to go around and kind of edge the. Now you don't have to do this on all of them, you know, but just go around and kind of distress the edges. That's the whole purpose of doing the ruler, the ragged ruler. It kind of, compared to just a clean cut, doesn't show up near as much as the tear ruler. And this is Sepia. And it's by Ranger Archival ink. This isn't what I usually use. I use Tim Holtz Distress Inks is my go-to, and I usually use walnut stain and espresso, ground espresso. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. Let's see. Get out the art glitter glue. So how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. It is freezing cold here where I live. Yesterday I believe it got up into the 70s, and today it can't seem to quite make it into the 30s. We're still trying to get into the 30s. The sun's shining bright, but it is deceiving. We have very high winds, and that's what's keeping it so cold, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just frigid. It's just so terribly cold. It even snowed yesterday. Can you believe that? And it was almost like whiteout conditions, but luckily it did not stick. So it was starting to when the wind stopped and then the snow stopped, so we got very lucky. Not sure why this is not sticking. Oh, it is in some places, just not in all. Let's see. Smooth over it. I know what I forgot. I want to put this piece of plastic underneath this so I don't get my doilies all messed up. There we go. All else fails, get out your glue gun. I'm not sure why my glue was not sticking. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so before we do we need to cut them off right here. Well, you couldn't see me do that, could you? I was saying we need to cut the sides off into a slant here, so it looks more like a door. closure's 5.5. So I'm going to put a little mark down here. Oh. Just do not look. Oh. I wonder. Here, this is 6.5, not 5.5. That looks more like it. Yep, 6.5. There we go. Okay. Get up the trusty scissors. There. Yep, I'm going to throw them away. I was going to save them. I was thinking of a corner pocket. Okay, so what am I going to have on the front? I just did not think this out very good. I might just put it back here. But then my waterfall is going to cover it up. Yep. It is what it is, right? Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, isn't that pretty? This is also Devine Moments. This is the French Bliss paper pack kit. So this is what I do, is just kind of lay it down. I think this is right. And then I kind of draw it out on the back side of that paper. Okay, and then when I cut it out, it'll lay right there. And there we go. And I always cut mine out just a little bit short because I like the edges to show. So when I go back and distress it, it just makes it look, I like the look. And you don't have to do that if you don't want. You could take it clear out to the edge if you want. You could even sew this down if you want to. I won't sew it down because my sewing machine is back there, and it'd take me a while. I'm not a fast sewer. Let's see. Does it need to go? Yes, it needs to go this way. Like that. So did y'all do anything special this last weekend? It was a beautiful weekend here, except for middle of Sunday afternoon is when this cold spell that we got started coming in. But otherwise, it was almost 80 degrees on Saturday. Beautiful day. Let's see, I'm going to use the walnut stain this time. Just do the edge of this. Looks like my sponge is falling all apart. There's going to be like some seam binding or some ribbon or something run down through there, so I don't know why I did that. Really wasn't necessary because I want to keep that, you know, where something bends a lot, to sturdy it up. I like to put a fabric, you know, washi tape, whatever, to give it a little more strength. Some on here, maybe it'll help it grab better this time. Ooh, getting glue all over me now. I save my old baby wipes after they dry out. I save them to wipe things down, you know, after I glue it, because a lot of times there's leakage. So, oh, I messed up. Yep, I knew I was going to do that. Doggone it. Oh. It's still doable. Okay. You watch me and you learn from my mistakes, okay? Inside here were the little angel girls. And you was probably yelling at me. You guys remembered. And I just couldn't hear you. There. This one and this one is the one I wanted. I love that cute little face there. Isn't she just a doll? They were smiling. And she's not wide enough. Doggone it. Well, you know what? I think there's lace. Lace is going to go underneath here, so I think we're still okay. You know what? It fits better on the outside here. Maybe I'll just change this up a little bit. What do you think? I think I might just change these to be on the outside here. Yeah. I'll get it together, hopefully. That's the good thing about paper crafts and like that. Everything is doable. I mean, just about anything can be fixed. So there you go. It's like nothing ever happened. And this is my crafting world. I'll get something laid down and either I'll remember that something else was supposed to go there or I won't like it and I just have to take it back off and try something else. I don't move anything along unless I'm absolutely 100% okay with it. And that usually costs me quite a bit of time. So to make a junk journal, it usually takes me a couple of weeks or a week. You know, it just depends on what kind I'm making, how big it is, and you know what all is involved in it. But yeah, it takes me a little bit of time, because if I'm not happy with it, I know that the one purchasing it isn't going to be thrilled with it. So at least that's my thinking. All right, there, we got the inside done here. Now we'll go back to this. Let's see, we're gonna put her, well, we have to put her here because I've already got it cut out. Well, we're going to do it like that. Looks like that's the way the other one was. Actually, on this one, I've got two different pieces here because I puffed it up. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it sticks up. That's what I did because I couldn't get it to fit. Well, okay.